Hey y'all, it's Bear, and today we're here to see if any of these fictional characters could survive a slasher film. So in this box, I have the names of some main characters from some of my favorite books. Some of them are horror, most of them are not. And then in this bucket, I have the names of some iconic slasher horror villains. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna draw a name out of each bucket. We're gonna see if this could be a final girl to this villain, or if this villain would murder the crap out of them. Alright, first up, who are you? Okay, we have Noemi from Mexican Gothic, and Sam from Trick or Treat. And with Sam, whenever people don't follow like the rules of Halloween, they die. Basically, Sam is the embodiment of Halloween meant to keep the traditions going. And Noemi, if you have read Mexican Gothic, is not exactly the most traditional kind of person. If you break the traditions on Halloween, bad things are going to happen. I don't know that Noemi would follow the Halloween traditions enough. I could see her getting into the spirit and the festivities, but I think that if she knew that she were supposed to be following the traditions, she would intentionally break them. So if she is aware that Sam is around, she's gonna die. If she's unaware that Sam is around, I think she'd be fine and she would live and Sam would never have an issue with her. So this is like a maybe. Lana from Blaze Wrath Games, and Chucky and Tiffany. I intentionally put both of them on here because I feel like it's not fair to put one or the other because they're dolls. Lana is a player in this like big dragon magic running around sports game. So like of course she could outrun two dolls. I think she could also outsmart the two dolls because while they're not stupid, I just think that Lana would be like competent enough to be able to beat Chucky. Where are you? Oh, we got one. Okay. Okay, we have Orcadea from The Inheritance of Orcadea Divina, and ooh, Jason Voorhees. Because Orcadea is told in like flashbacks and you kind of get like the modern day presence where she's like dead and turned into a tree and like her heyday, her youth. I think Orcadea in her youth could have beaten Jason. So what iteration of Jason we're talking about too, because if we're talking about like he's just like a hillbilly in the woods kind of situation, no, but if we're talking about like Demon Hellspawn Jason, it would be really interesting to see which of them can go head to head. Ultimately though, I think a majority I'm going to give it to Jason, even though we've seen people with abilities. We've seen in Friday the 13th films whenever characters have like telekinetic abilities and stuff, they can beat Jason. But I still think that Jason would beat Orcadea if we're doing like modern day interpretations. If we're doing Orcadea as an older woman and Jason as the revenant type killer in the Friday the 13th remake, then Jason is gonna take the cake on that. Next. Ooh, okay, we have Kira from Slay. And ooh, Angela from Sleepaway Camp. This is a fun one. I was not expecting to get this one. Right off the bat, I want to say that I think Kira and Angela would actually get along. Like, I'm not saying Kira is going to be like a serial killer with Angela, but I think that Kira would be nice enough to Angela, who is kind of like the weird girl, like outcast situation. Angela also usually only kills people who are mean to her or who break the rules of camp. You have to be like a fun, happy camper in order to stay in Angela's good graces and for her to not murder you. I don't see Kira as being the type of person who would break a rule, but she's smart. She knows. So if she started seeing people getting murdered at camp who were breaking the rules and like doing things they weren't supposed to and stuff, I think she would just leave. She would like call someone and be like, hey, get me the fuck out of here right now. Or she would keep her head down and follow the rules. I don't see Kira as being someone who would be killed by someone like Angela, who is also just a human. Angela has no supernatural strength, no resurrection, anything like that. They're both like evenly matched humans, but I also don't think that they would even like have a problem to begin with. So Kira's gonna survive. Okay, we have Ellie from Alatsue. Ghostface from Scream. This is another tricky one because there have been so many different versions of the Ghostface killer, because in each film it's multiple people doing the killing. However, even though Ellie is kind of like a more quiet, kind of reserved character and does follow the rules at the start of the book, she does defy authority throughout the time as we go. I honestly see a lot of parallels between Ellie's character and Sidney Prescott's character, who is like the final girl from all of the Scream movies. So I'm gonna put her in Survive, not only for the fact that she can like summon ghost animals and stuff, but also because I think that she would know how to play the game. I think that Ellie would know how to play the game and know how to get out of like crap situations. If it was Stu and Billy, Ellie would live. Okay, we have Freddy Krueger and Evelyn Hugo. We have another kind of similar situation to Orcadea and Jason, in the sense that in younger Evelyn Hugo's days, oh, this is interesting because I think it's reversed. I don't think that young Evelyn Hugo could beat Freddy, because Freddy intentionally knows how to prey on teens in their nightmares, their really fucked up secrets, and Evelyn Hugo has a lot of fucked up secrets, so Freddy would have a lot of advantages to mess with. Even though she's a very strong-willed person, I do think that Freddy could get in her head and break her, or just stab her. Like, Freddy could just, like, get her with the finger gloves. I've seen what happened in Nightmare on Elm Street, where Nancy, the final girl from movie number 1, came back as an adult in movie number 3, and then was killed. So I think that would be another similar situation as Evelyn Hugo and Freddy. I do think that she would maybe survive as a teenager, but then would definitely die as an adult. To Orcadea, too. I think that both of these would have been, like, former final girls who then die in their current iteration. Who are you? Sadie from Sadie by Courtney Summers. Michael Myers. Would Sadie survive Michael Myers? I also don't necessarily think so. She journeys out, she runs away from home in order to solve this murder that happened with her sister. Like, she's going to figure everything out. And we know that Michael Myers also has a lot of attachment to his sister. Maybe Sadie would end up being a killer? It's very common for a character to have parallel traits to the killer, and then for the killer to murder them. So I don't think that Sadie would live. I think that Michael Myers would, like, get her. However, I also don't think that Sadie would be in Michael Myers' way. Michael Myers goes after people who are in his way of getting to Laurie. He doesn't just intentionally seek out a group of people and murder them. He just kind of like bulldozes through things. So I don't think that Sadie would be in his way, but if she were, she would get killed. I don't remember who are in here. Okay, we have Katrina Everdeen and the family from Wrong Turn. Holy shit. This would not have worked with anyone else. I didn't plan this, I promise. For most other people, I would say that they would not survive the Wrong Turn family, who are like hillbilly people who live in the woods and like hunt and murder people. However, Katrina Everdeen knows how to survive in the woods. She knows how to murder people with a bow and arrow in the woods. We know that some of the hillbillies in Wrong Turn carry bows and arrows. So if she could kill them and get the weapon, she could survive. I think that she could do a pretty good job of just hiding out, watching out for traps, getting herself out of these sticky situations. Holy shit. This one was perfect. Katrina Everdeen is living. She is taking out all of the Wrong Turn hillbillies. That's it. She's living. This was like a fun little video, don't you think? Let me know if you want to see a part 2. I kind of want to do a part 2, so let me know which characters you would include in either the villain bucket or the hero bucket. That's all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all the bell stuff downstairs, as well as answering the comment question of the day. Comment question of the day. I want to know which of your favorite book characters you think could survive a horror movie. And if you don't have time, you don't have the spoons, you don't have an answer, you don't want to answer, let me know you made it all the way until the end of the video by leaving me an emoji, preferably a yellow heart or a smiley face emoticon. Alright, I hope you have a wonderful, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I will see you next time with another video. Thank you for watching. Okay.